That big night at the White House overnight, President Trump officially accepting his party's nomination for a second time.
In a way that's never been done before, the White House, the People's House, a purely partisan stage. Trump made his case that this is the most important election in history, posing a stark choice between him and Joe Biden, all before a packed audience on the South Lawn, few wearing masks during this pandemic. Mary Bruce was there, and she starts us off. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, George. Well, this was a surreal scene. The president transforming the People's House into what looked and felt very much like a campaign rally. For over an hour, the president touted his own record and argued that he is the one who can lead the country out of these crises. And he went on the attack, going after Joe Biden in a speech that was full of misleading statements and false claims about what could happen if Trump is not reelected.
Overnight, President Trump reveling in the moment. It was something we've never seen before. The South Lawn of the White House converted into a packed convention floor. Nearly 2,000 supporters, no social distancing, and very few masks.
The fact is, I'm here. What's the name of that building? But I'll say it differently. The fact is, we're here and they're not.
In a 70-minute acceptance speech, the second longest in history, the president painted a dark picture of what the country will face if he is not reelected.
If the radical left takes power, they will apply their disastrous policies to every city, town, and suburb in America.
Casting himself as the law and order president, he made only a passing reference to the police violence that has sparked social unrest across this country.
When there is police misconduct, the justice system must hold wrongdoers fully and completely accountable, and it will. But when we can never have a situation, we must never allow mob rule. We can never allow mob rule.
Going on the attack, Trump called out Joe Biden by name 41 times, arguing his opponent is a danger to America.
This election will decide whether we will defend the American way of life or whether we will allow a radical movement to completely dismantle and destroy it. That won't happen.
Biden, tweeting throughout, fired back. Remember, every example of violence Donald Trump decries has happened on his watch, under his leadership, during his presidency. Just steps from the White House, a stark contrast. Protesters demanding change and racial justice, saying the president has divided the nation, and doing their best to disrupt his remarks. Introducing her father.
Tonight, I stand before you as the proud daughter of the people's president.
Ivanka Trump saying the president is privately racked by the toll of the pandemic.
I've been with my father, and I've seen the pain in his eyes when he receives updates on the lives that have been stolen by this plague.
Trump touted his response, even as 180,000 Americans have now died.
To save as many lives as possible, we are focusing on the science, the facts, and the data. And together, we will crush the virus.
But Trump's messaging on the pandemic has often been at odds with the nation's scientific experts. The massive audience last night, a violation of his own administration's policies. And Trump went after Biden for saying he would shut down the country again if health officials say it was needed to get the virus under control.
Joe Biden's plan is not a solution to the virus, but rather it's a surrender to the virus.
Trump insists he's already building back the economy.
Over the past 3 months, we have gained over 9 million jobs, and that's a record in the history of our country.
But with over 20 million jobs lost, unemployment claims remain at record highs. Trump telling supporters he's the one who can lead the country out of these crises.
The best is yet to come.
Now, overnight, the Biden campaign slammed the president for delivering what they called a delusional vision of the country. They say he simply doesn't grasp American values. George.
And Mary, now that we're through these conventions, both sides are getting back to campaigning and a little more active despite the pandemic.
The president is eager to get back out there on the campaign trail. In fact, he's headed to New Hampshire today, and he is expected to be visiting some key battleground states in the coming weeks. Joe Biden, who has been laying low, is also hoping to travel a bit more. His campaign says he will head to key states like Arizona and Wisconsin after Labor Day, but only if they can do so in accordance with local safety guidelines. George.
Mary Bruce, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.